report my videos. It's fun. I always know when y'all do it too. I always know. I am back. Oh, they reported my video. You already know MAGAs are weak. This is all they do. They just come here and report videos. Oh, thank you for the 4,000 views on that video too. I'm going to do another 4,000 on this one. And they think this stuff makes me mad. It don't. It don't make me mad at all. I don't get mad. It just makes me want to shit on y'all some more. They don't have to tell me. I done been on YouTube. I've been a content creator for too long. I know how this shit works. I know how it works. My internet is fine. My internet in my house is fine. I'm sitting right by my monitor, my modem and my router. My router is right here. And I paid $1,000 for this Wi-Fi system that I have in my house. So I know it's great. I got great quality internet here. Diane, salute to you in the super chat. The thing is, MAGA get in their feelings because I start telling the truth, and they get mad, like super mad. So they start reporting shit. They start reporting and reporting and reporting and reporting and reporting. We're gonna report this guy. He's being racist because he's calling Trump out for being a racist. And again, I'm gonna start right back where I was. Donald Trump made them proud. I'm going to cut all the pleasantries and the introduction. Y'all already know. If you're here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon. And then also smash the like button to push this video into the algorithm. And donate to the channel like Diane just did. And thank you again, Queen. Again. One more time for the ones in the back. Donald Trump made these clowns proud to be racist. And he gave them every excuse for them to keep this racist charade up while they steal every tangible thing they could ever hold dear to themselves away from them. You got to think about it. This is the same trick that they played on these clowns since the beginning, the inception of America. You got to think about it. What did poor white people get from slavery? Besides a feeling of being racist and being able to look their nose down at someone else? What did they get? Tay, how you doing, Queen? Kevin, how about it, man? What did poor white people get when the elites were owning fucking slaves? What did they get? They was the ones doing the lynch parties. They were the ones bumming black towns. They were the ones out here killing babies and shit, black babies. They were the ones running the fucking breeding farms and shit. They was the ones out here giving lashes to all the slaves who rebelled and ran away. They were the ones out here with the search parties, going out here to find runaway slaves, the whole nine. Even George Washington himself sent out lynch parties looking for runaway slaves. What did they get that was tangible from owning, for them keeping up with a system, a hierarchy, if you will, of elites owning slaves and getting billions and billions of dollars off of free labor? What did these poor white people get that was on the bottom maintaining that same system? What did they get? What did they get? What did they get? I'll tell you what they got. Nothing. Not a fucking thing. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Not one iota of a thing. They got nothing. They're proud of having nothing. They're proud of it. They're opine to it. They don't care. They don't care. They do not care. They got nothing for it. Again, I'm going to let y'all hear. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all again. I keep shitting on these Trump tards. Look, we got one in here. These Trump tards come in here trying to play this reverse psychology when they ain't even smart enough to even understand psychology anyway. Well, I'm gonna let Joy Reid piss y'all off some more, like I did yesterday. Here you go, Joy Reid. Piss him off again, Queen. There you go.
Donald Trump, in some ways, people try to say God put him in the White House. I don't believe God is that cruel. But in a way, I'm thinking the way you could justify saying that, Donald Trump is the physical embodiment of all of America's sins. He's
Yeah, I agree completely.
Right? He's sloppy. He's unkempt. Everything about him is false. His hair is a pretense of non-baldness. He's old, but his followers try to pretend that he looks like Superman. He's a terrible businessman and a failure who gets to fake success because he's white, so banks keep lending him money even when he's failing. His father scoops money out of his siblings' inheritance to give him when he fails. He's a fuck up, but he's able to be a success because white America keeps saying, no, 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 that guy is what success looks like. He's only a success on that TV show because when he was at his brokest, he gets hired to be on The Apprentice. His boardroom couldn't even be used on The Apprentice, and I found this out of my first my Trump book because it was so shoddy and unkempt. I went in Trump Tower in the 80s. It was tacky and sad. His marriage is a fraud. Melania clearly won't even touch him. The last time she let him touch her, they had Barron. Clear that he ain't touching her now. He doesn't believe in marriage. He doesn't have morality. He got 3 baby mamas, 5 children. Everything about him is a lie. He's not a Christian, but Christians love him. But he embodies the greed, the shamelessness, the lasciviousness of capitalism. And now also to your main and I think really important point, the mediocrity. He could never be JFK. He's not handsome. He's not suave. He's not brave. He was never a war hero like JFK. He has none. Even RFK can never be JFK. None of these people stand up to JFK's legacy. But he can only get a theater named after him by stealing JFK's. Melania can only get a ballroom, the Kit Kat Club lady he met at the Kit Kat Club. We don't know who introduced him, but Jeffrey Epstein was around. She can only get a ballroom named after her by being married to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he said himself, he could never get a Kennedy Center honor. Unworthy. But he can get one now. He can steal one because he owns a Kennedy Center.
Look at this clown. I told y'all. I wasn't throwing off shit. This started buffering my live stream, dipshit. Where was the lie that Joy Reid told? What was the lie? Donald Trump is the face of mediocrity. He could never win anything prestigious on his own merit. He couldn't. That's why he can't win a Nobel Peace Prize, and he's over here calling the Norwegian board, trying to tell them, if you don't give me a peace prize, then I'm going to put tariffs on you. He's a fucking clown, just like you. Just like you. And to compound on Joy Reid's point, the reason why Donald Trump is so fixated on Gavin Newsom is because Gavin Newsom is everything Trump wished he was. Suave, debonair, handsome, got a fucking vernacular, knows how to govern. His constituents respect him. That's why they make up lies about his approval numbers. That's the reason. The same thing about Barack Obama. His obsession with a Barack Obama and Michelle Obama is out of this world. He's obsessed with them because they're everything he wishes he could be. Just like maggots. They see an intelligent black man and an intelligent black woman in the head of government with no scandals and none of this shit coming out, no baby mamas, no rape cases coming out, no young girls talking about how bad Barack treated them, or no depositions coming out talking about Barack touching on 13 and 12-year-old girls. None of that shit came out about Barack Obama. None of it. They have the makeup shit, the brown suit. Oh, he's got on a tan suit. Oh, is that a fish jab? Oh my God, that's criminal. Him and Michelle are giving out fist jabs. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. Donald Trump is stupid. Donald Trump is an abject failure. Always have been. He has not started one business on his own that was successful. Not one. Every one of them was a failure. Every one. Every one. Every one of them was a failure. An abject fucking failure. He's a fraud. His presidency the first time was fraudulent, full of lies and failures. Just how he ran up the debt the first time he was in office, more than any other president in modern history. $8.4 trillion in debt he ran up the first time. And he's on pace right now to more than triple that this time. But I thought the Republicans were fiscally conservative, right? That's what y'all said. They better with money. That's what y'all said. That's what Crispy is in here saying. This man went and sucked Putin's dick right there in Alaska and got nothing for it. Putin knows Donald Trump is a fucking clown. He knows it. And he's using him. Just like Bibi Netanyahu is using Trump as a clown. Look at this fucking clueless dumbass. Popcorn Ceiling calling wealth unsuccessful on YouTube is crazy work, bro. I make more money than you do. Panda Poo. I'll tell you what, let's play Big Bank Take Little Bank, Panda Poo, since I'm broke. Let's go. Panda Poo, since you want attention, let's get it. You put up $100, I'll put up $100 right here on the screen. Let's go. Let's go, Panda Poo. Watch him get quiet. Since I'm broke, I got a few $100 I can spare. Go, Panda Poo. Look at this fucking clown. I told y'all these motherfuckers are broke and they're jealous of my success because I work hard. I work hard to provide for my family a good lifestyle. Come on, Panda Poo. Come on. You running your fucking dick sucker. Come on, let's go. It's nothing to it but to do it. I already got my screen pulled up. You put $100 in the super chat, I'll put one in. I'll match whatever you put up. It's none of your fucking business. How about that one? My property. I don't give a fuck what you talking about on the internet. You can be whatever you want on the internet. I'm talking about substantive proof right now. Put $100 in the super chat. I'll match it. Put $200 in the super chat. I'll match it. Put $5 in it. I'll match it. Go. Since I'm broke. Since you want to talk about somebody you know absolutely shit about. Since you fucking dumbass window lickers ain't listening to anything reasonable whatsoever, I want to do it this way. If you want some, come get some. You said I got popcorn ceilings talking about the top 3% who's stealing money from people. And you're talking about you got $50,000 in fucking and land taxes and shit. Let's prove it. Prove it. Put $100 in the super chat, I'll match it. Put it in there. Do it. If you broke, just say that. This fucking monitor behind me is $4,000. Don't believe me? Google it. It's an Apex. It's a Samsung Apex monitor, gaming monitor. It's 55 inches. Google it. It's a Samsung Odyssey Apex monitor. Google it. Come on, panda dumbass. Come on. Since you like running your fucking mouth about people you absolutely know nothing about. Come on. I paused everything I was talking about just to focus on you because y'all like to come in here and project your failures on the other people when you don't know shit about them. So, like I said, put $100 in the super chat, I'll match it. Whatever number you put in the super chat, I will fucking match it. Where'd you steal that from? I don't have to steal when I work, bitch. Again, put your money where your mouth is. Oh, I forgot. You're a Trumper. Y'all don't have no fucking money. Which again supports my theory of what I just said a few minutes ago. Donald Trump didn't give y'all shit tangible. Didn't give y'all better fucking, he didn't give y'all more income. He didn't give you better grocery prices. He didn't end the war in Ukraine. He didn't end the war in fucking Gaza. He didn't give you fucking cheaper eggs. He didn't give you cheaper gas. He didn't give you shit. He stole your health care and looked at you and called you weak for believing the Epstein files and not believing those little girls who came forth and said Epstein put his hands on them. And Trump did too. Y'all over here looking fucking retarded. Again, panda fuck. Put the money up and stop running your fucking mouth. Cause I would match whatever you put in the chat. Let's go. Big bank take little bank, bitch. Popcorn ceilings. What's that supposed to mean? Who gives a fuck? I can easily shave that shit down. I don't give a fuck about that. I got nothing to prove to your broke ass. But I'm proving something now. Because y'all talk with no substance. Trump ain't gave y'all shit but a feeling. So you can be openly racist. So you can feel like a winner. And you have nothing to show you are. Fucking bootlicking clowns. Where you at, Panda Poo? You was in here running your dick sucker a few minutes ago. Put the money up. Now you can't talk. Put the money up or shut the fuck up. Put the money up. Because I can. It's no problem for me to do it. You need Jesus, fam. No, I don't want your Jesus. I don't want nothing to do with none of your Jesus. Nope, don't want it. You keep that fucking piece of shit that y'all claim is Jesus. You keep that shit to yourself. The Jesus I know didn't mock the disabled. The Jesus I know didn't steal from the poor and give to the rich. The Jesus I know had compassion for aliens, i.e. immigrants. The Jesus I know said, do this to the least of these. That's the Jesus I know. That Jesus you're talking about, that Bible-thumping, Trump-supporting goofball you call Jesus, I want no part of that fucking Democrat. I don't. I don't want no part of that fucking demigod you worship. I want no parts of that shit. Because believe it or not, you motherfuckers are going to bust hell wide open. I want no part of that fucking piece of shit. None of that. I don't believe in that fake ass shit that y'all out here preaching and not acting on. I don't want your fucking bullshit ass Jesus. That ain't Jesus. That's that gold statue of Trump that y'all worship. You need Jesus, family. I tell you what, go fuck yourself. How about that? You think Jesus sides with pedos? You think Jesus sides with people stealing money from the most vulnerable? You think Jesus sides with that? You think Jesus sides with a fucking habitual liar, bearing false witness? Did you read the 10 Commandments? Oh, you forgot. You're talking to a son of a preacher who knows the Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Oopsie. Go get a job. How about that? Today's my day off, dickweed. I work 4 days a week, 10 hours a day. You fucking clowns. I ain't you. I ain't a bum like you. I work for a living. I take damn good care of my family. I actually have a job. Oops. Today's my day off. I'm off on Sundays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I work Monday, Tuesday, Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. I'll go back to work tomorrow. Whoopsie. Go get a job, person I don't know on the internet. Ooh, go get a job. Oh, you thought that hurt my feelings. Today's my day off. You got another one? Again, you Trumpers in here trying to claim I'm broke and all this and destitute. Let's do the big bank take little bank challenge, shall we? Shall we do it? You put in the chat whatever amount you want to put in, I'll match it. Donald Trump called himself God. Donald Trump went on national TV and said he is above repentance. But here y'all are comparing this man to Jesus. Saying God put Trump in the White House. God put Trump in the White House. What kind of God are you serving? Y'all are fucking stupid. Again, like I said, I'm about action. I don't care about all this damn talking and shit. Like I said, you fucking goofball Trump-tards who like to assume that I'm broke and poor because I'm black. Let's play big bank, take little bank. You put whatever amount in here, I'll match it. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna show y'all how real I am. Just to show y'all how real I am. Let's do this. Right? Let's do this. Let's see one of you fucking magatards match this. Let's go. Match this. If you think I'm sexy, come on, baby, let me know. Let me know, no. All right, there we go, right there. Since y'all think I'm playing, I'm broke. Okay, I'm broke. All right, MAGA, time to put up a shut up. Since y'all say I'm broke, I don't have a job. I don't have this. So instead of y'all running y'all dick suckers in this fucking chat, match what I put up. I put 50 up. I'm gonna be nice to y'all today. I put 50 up. It's right there. That's an odd way to beg. I ain't begging. That's the point. That's the point. I ain't begged nobody for shit since I've been on here. Not one video would you find Trill Will over here. Please donate to my channel. Please, pretty please. You will never find one video because I don't need your fucking money. I work hard enough. I don't need your fucking money. I'm not begging for it. I'm not your MAGA content creator on here begging for donations every 5 seconds. I'm not asking you for shit. I'm only passing on knowledge because you motherfuckers are the most ill-informed, misinformed, dumbass, stupid window lickers I've ever seen in my life. And you need somebody to show you an example. Here I am. I don't need your goddamn money. So, since y'all always like to talk about, man, Trill Will, he's a racist. Trill Will's broke. Trill Will ain't got no money. Match what I just put in. I guarantee y'all this. I'm willing to bet another $50 that not one MAGA in this chat would put up any money. How much y'all want to bet on it? How much y'all want to bet? How much y'all want to bet? How much y'all want to bet? Look at Relentless Row in here. Report this channel for what? Kicking y'all ass? Kicking your ass? Come on. Y'all talk a good game, but when it comes time to proving your point and standing on business like you're supposed to, like a grown person's supposed to, y'all can never do it. Y'all can never do it. Joe Townsend, my brother, what's up with it? Hey, Joe, tell me if I'm crazy. Now, MAGA came in here and said I'm broke, right? They said I need a job and I'm broke. Right? So I decided to say, let's play big bank, take little bank. Right? So, no MAGA in here wanted to post any money. So I went and super chatted myself $50. I said, if I'm broke, let's see if a MAGA can match it. Not one has matched it yet. Does that mean I'm broke? Am I begging because I put up my own fucking money? Is that begging? That's begging? Because me begging, putting up my own money, that means I'm begging. Y'all motherfuckers are smoking a new kind of crack, dog. That's the point. Dude, we're all broke. I know. That's the point of my videos. You got nothing of substance voting for Trump. You got higher gas prices, higher grocery bills. You got tariffs on top of your ass. You ain't got nothing of substance to show. Yes, Joe, but Please, Joe, tell them from the ones in the back, please. I'm broke, but I have acres of land. I'm broke, but I got 3 cars. I'm begging for people's money on the internet. That's what these weirdos say on the internet, G. That's wild work. That is wild work. I've never seen nothing like this a day in my life. I've never ever seen something like, bro. It's mid C 5073. Let me help you understand something. Let me help you understand something. The reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because you don't realize how many times one of these goofball racist magatards come in my chat trying to disingenuate me and what I'm doing here and try to make me and demean me down to something that I'm not. And I've sat quietly and allowed them to do it because I didn't want to go back and forth with them. Then one day I finally said, fuck it. If I'm broke, prove I am. Since you know more about me than me, prove it. So that's the reason why now I'm telling you what I have. I'm showing you my hand. I'm not asking nobody that. I'm not asking nobody for donations. I ask one time in every live stream, that's at the beginning of it. I tell you to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, hit the like button so you can push the video into the algorithm, and number 3, donate to the channel. Your donations are appreciated. That's all I say. And that's the last you hear about money on this channel. Because I don't need it. Because I work. I got a job. I have a job. Dude, I'm here in the fight with you. But yet you got these window lickers who come in here every day in, day out, to come in here and sit and try to, because I'm a black man, speaking against their orange Lord and Savior. Because I do that, now all of a sudden, I'm broke, I'm on welfare, I live in my mama house. I ain't lived in my mama house since I was 17 years old. I've been on my own since I was 17, I'm 46 now. All this projection of their own failures, trying to apply that shit onto me. And then when I ask them substantive questions like, what tangible thing did you get from voting from Trump? What'd you get from it? Besides a feeling to be openly racist. Sebi Fox, salute to you in the super chat, said, hey, don't lump all of us in the same crowd. Boss, I'm broke, I'll admit it. Just wanted to toss it out that not everyone in MAGA is horrible. I'm sorry, Sebi, salute to you for your super chat, but I can tell you that MAGA is terrible. They're horrible. They're a horrible bunch of people, and people like you should run far, far away from them. You should. That's my point. My point is that y'all been blinded by a bunch of bullshit narratives, lies, and misinformation and disinformation so that you can continue to believe that these people on the right actually give a fuck about us as the American people. I fought for this country. I went to Parris Island, 1st Battalion Delta Company in the United States Marine Corps, Parris Island, South Carolina, raised my right hand and swore to defend this country against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I swore to do that. I think I've proven myself time in and time out. Again and again, I've done that. I've done it. I've done it. I've done it. I've sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed my mental health. I sacrificed my body for this country to watch a 5-time draft dodging piece of shit fucking continue to spit in the face of veterans like me. Veterans, any veteran in this chat, anybody who's done put their lives on the line, whether you're right, left, Democrat, independent, Green Party, conservative, whatever the fuck you believe in, to watch a draft dodging piece of shit who got on a radio talk show and said that him fighting VD was his equivalent of Vietnam, when thousands of our soldiers and our uncles and shit went over there and fought and died for nothing. For everybody to seemingly just one time to capitulate and forget the sacrifice of everybody who's ever put on a uniform to fight for the honor of this country. To give it to a fucking draft dodging fraud who only is important because he made you feel special with you being a bigot and racist. That's it. A mass majority of MAGA is a bunch of fucking racists who failed at everything in life. And Donald Trump took that and he held that very, very tight. And he came out and told all his people, I'm your voice. I'm your vindication. I'm your retribution. When he wasn't talking about you, he was talking about him. What had he done to vindicate for you? What has he vindicated for you? Own the libs? What the fuck does that mean? I own the libs. What the fuck is he owned? What the fuck have you owned? You don't have shit. You are worse off now than you were 7 months ago. Now you're going to be even more worse next year, midterms, when those cuts go into place, strategically placed by the Republicans. Kirk in the super chat said, tell him, brother, salute to you, King. Thank you. You're going to be worse off now when the combination of Donald Trump's bullshit, stupid ass tariffs and these tax cuts from this one big, beautiful scam all start to take them effect. Right now, you don't feel it. Not as much. But you will feel it. You're going to feel it real soon. And when that toll starts ticking, when that time starts going down, when December 31st pops around, when October the 1st pops up next year in 2026, when those cuts go into place, right after the midterms, so that the Republicans can go in front of stages and cameras all over on Fox News and Newsmax and all these other bullshit propaganda organizations, so they can go on camera and lie to you in your face and tell you the Democrats is the reason why your hospital shut down. The Democrats are the reason why your nursing home shut down. The Democrats are the reason why your gas prices is higher. The Democrats is the reason why your grocery bills haven't went down. Meanwhile, they've been driving the car the whole time and blaming Democrats for their failures. When are y'all gonna give that shit up, homie? Justin, that's a question right there. If everybody's broke, then why is Elon Musk's net worth increasing every time? Why did Trump gain back his net worth and then some now? $3.4 billion Trump has earned thus far in his fucking run for, I ain't gonna call this a presidency. This is a fucking scam. Trump has made $3.4 billion in 6 months. And none of y'all even batted an eye towards it. Y'all didn't care. Nope. Y'all went and bought them stupid ass gold shoes, them stupid ass bullshit blasphemous Trump Bibles, them fucking Make America Great Again hats, and those fucking Take America Back flags Trump done got from China that he paid $3 for and you're paying $60 for. Ask those people down in Texas, did they get flood relief? Ask those people in Asheville, North Carolina, after Helene ravaged this country. When Trump canceled FEMA, how much help he's giving. Ask Nebraska. Ask Arkansas. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Hey, simplify, Sebby Fox. Simplify. See, I'm capable of having a conversation, a decent conversation with a decent person. What MAGA did is expose you for the heinous piece of shit you always hid behind. Some of y'all in here are just heinous, soulless pieces of shit. You've always have been, but you had to put on airs, like the old people say. You had to put on airs just to get along in society, because you know you get your face kicked in if you came out openly racist. Trump gave you license to be openly racist. Man, Detroit, tell him, man. Tell him, man. Donald Trump been a Democrat his entire life. He donated to Kamala Harris's her attorney general campaign when she ran for attorney general for California. He donated to her. Donald Trump had Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton at his wedding. But now they're demons. You see where I'm going with this? Everything Donald Trump says is a fucking conundrum. It's an oxymoron. Cam, what's up, Queen? Cam, forgive me. I didn't know you and Shaquilla were mother and daughter. I did not know that. The things I learned on YouTube. Yep, Trump did say that racist ass shit, but they don't want to have that conversation. Look at Chris Guthrie. He said, decent conversation full of cuss words and threats. I ain't threatening nobody. I just told y'all to put up a shut up. Let's play big bank, take little bank. Because y'all were the one calling me broke. Y'all was the one over here making false assessments about me. Cam, I did not know that. I didn't. I should have recognized from both y'all last names and shit, but I didn't. Because I'm goofy. But yes, both y'all are beautiful. Salute to both you and your mama. Salute to both of y'all. Both just as smart and intelligent and beautiful in the whole nine. Y'all are awesome. Yeah, there's some racist people I want to kick their face in. That'd be fun for me. But I gotta understand something. I can't just go and kick people's face in because I feel like it. I got too much to lose. So I did the safe narrative, Chris. I said, let's play big bank, take little bank. That's what I said. I want you to put your money where your mouth is, since y'all say y'all doing so great under Trump. Put your money where I just put $50 in my super chat, and I dared one of y'all to match me, and you still ain't done it yet. Y'all said everything but let's fight, in the words of Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Y'all said everything but let's fight. Y'all said that. You vote what serves your interests at the time. Racist? Nah. Let's move forward as a people. How are you moving forward as a people with Trump holding us back to the days of Jim Crow? How's that happening? I want to know that. Cam, you make sure you tell your mama that now. You make sure you tell her I said that, because I didn't know. I thought y'all were sisters the whole time. That's me. I'm just gonna say it out loud now. You tell your mama I said that. That's Matthew, Detroit. That's Matthew. Truly I tell you, whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Trump, Putin, Netanyahu, MAGA, heaven won't help them. Nope, no won't. Sure won't. Nope. My favorite chapter in the Bible is Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Let me pull it up for you. And I quote, trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean into your own understandings. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he would straighten your path, or he would direct your path. It's my favorite scripture in the Bible. My favorite one. Absolute favorite one. Absolute favorite one. And the Bible also says in Proverbs, a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. And Trump is a double-minded man. And your ideals are double-minded. Out of one side of y'all mouth, y'all say God appointed Trump to the White House. God brought Trump to the White House to bring our country back to God. That's what y'all said out of one side of y'all mouth. While simultaneously saying you hate immigrants. While simultaneously saying this black jobs. While simultaneously saying they're eating the dogs and the cats and the people that live there. Trump has never been faithful to anything in his life. Not one wife has he ever been faithful to. All his kids are by different women. The prostitute he married now don't even touch him on a regular. And that's even remote. That's it. Like I said again, show me a video of Donald Trump and Melania embracing themselves or showing public displays of affection. Like I kiss my wife in public all the time. All the time. All the time. I show her love no matter where we at. Grab her butt, kiss her face, tell her how beautiful she is, loud. and I'll be annoying as possible just so I want the world to know how much I love my wife. I ain't never hid the fact that I love her, and I never will. But I couldn't tell you if Trump loved Melania or Melania loved Trump. That's the most plastic and fake relationship I've ever seen in my life. Melania sat there and snatched her hand away from him, and she frowning and making faces when he said stupid shit. They don't even walk next to each other. He's usually always in front of her. She's standing back looking stupid. She ain't even staying at the White House. And here y'all are talking about Donald Trump is what God ordained. Nope, y'all voted for Saul. Y'all wanted a king so bad, God gave him to you. God allowed it to happen. God took his hands off America and gave you the very thing you choked on. Idol worship. Billionaires. Y'all worship billionaires like they're the greatest thing since sliced bread. And you couldn't even tell me what one person can do with $1 billion. What would they need with $1 billion? What would they need with a net worth equivalent to a country when you have homeless veterans and homeless kids who starving? What would it prove for them? Like what would it profit a man to gain the whole world and to lose his soul? That's another Bible verse that y'all like to ignore. So if y'all want me to put on my preacher's son hat, I could do that. I can beat y'all over the face with Bible scriptures all day long and twice on Sunday. But that's besides the point. Y'all not going to listen to sound doctrine anyway. You're turning a hardened heart to it. Because Trump, again, gave y'all the feeling that your ignorance trumps everything tangible you could ever hold dear. That's why y'all constantly vote against it. That's why y'all constantly put people in power who don't care whether you live or die tomorrow. They don't care. They showed you in the big, beautiful bill. When they stripped fucking healthcare funding, when they stripped away your fucking food stamps, when they did all this stuff in your face and cheered it, y'all don't care. Ain't no way you think God just took his hands off America. Bullshit. Bullshit. God ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in the White House. You think God applauds stealing from poor people? You think God applauds Donald Trump violating all of the 10 commandments? You think that? Coveting somebody else's wife? I moved on her like a bitch. You know, when you're a celebrity, they'll let you do it. Grab them by the pussy. Bearing false witness. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. What is a god, Will? Anything that takes priority over God. The real God. Autism boy, salute to you. Anything that takes precedent over the real God, that violates anything, any kind of law God laid down for us to be good people and be ruled by. Anytime you put anybody over that interferes with that and God's sovereignty, you are worshiping another God. Here's an example. If you prioritize money over God or being decent, then you chose another God. If you prioritize women over being godly, that is another God. Anything that takes his place is worshiping another God. Thou shalt not worship any graven images. Y'all was at CPAC on your knees worshiping a gold statue of Donald Trump. So since y'all want me to put my hat on, do you think God would allow somebody who habitually spits in his face to keep spitting in his face when God is sovereign? God is sovereign. His ways are not our ways. That's scripture too, by the way. So everything I'm going to keep telling you, I'm going to keep telling you everything I keep. You don't have to take my word for it. Go read it up. It's scripture. God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. We compartmentalize and make God human and fixed in this little bitty box of our ideals and beliefs when God doesn't belong in a box. God is the hands around the box. And y'all keep trying to make God this little small person when he's not that. So when I say God took his hands off America, he surely did. There's no way if God was involved with any of this stuff, would all the criminality in the White House be going on. See, y'all can't argue with me with sound doctrine, homie. You can't. You'll lose that battle too. I'm just telling y'all stuff of substance. God allowed y'all to have the thing you worship. Y'all worship billionaires. You worship rich people. You worship material things. You worship American exceptionalism. This whole lie that America is so great and so this. Oh, America is a melting pot. I heard that lie being told all over the world. America is a melting pot for everybody to just get along and we just all combine all deals and multiculturalism and all that. No, the fuck it ain't. It ain't. It's a lie. It's a big lie y'all been telling yourselves for forever. America ain't that. God took his hands off America and let America do what it wants. That's why you got Trump. Ain't just coincidence that all these people lined up. I don't believe in coincidence. See, the thing is, what y'all can't handle is real truth, reality. Yeah. I don't have to put a jacket on myself. I don't. I never once got on this app and claimed I was so saved, sanctified, and I already made it. I never did once say that. Not once. And nor will I ever, because I'm a work in progress. I know God is still working with me and is working on me. I still know that. I still got anger issues. I got this, I got that. God is still working on me every single day. I understand it. See, I understand the reality of me. I can look myself in the mirror and say, thank God I'm still a work in progress. Thank God I am willing and I'm capable of admitting my own failures and doing something to fix them. That's true repentance. True repentance is changing one's action, not words. Departing from ways that you are used to. That's true repentance. You can't beat on your wife, tell her you love her after whooping her ass, and then go right back to whooping her ass like that's true repentance. That's not. True repentance is never putting your hands on her, ever. That is that. No human on this planet can speak for God. I don't care how much money you give TD Jakes or that stupid bitch you got in the White House, that Paula White. Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what stage they get on, how big the stage they get on, claiming they got a close contact or proximity to God. They don't. They got the same access you and I all have. God don't look at us as little I's and big U's. He don't look at us like no, his ways are not our ways. When Jesus came to earth, right? When Jesus came to earth in human form, whether you believe in it or not, it's what I believe. When Jesus came to earth, Jesus was not born into a rich family. Why is that? Why won't Christians, these evangelicals who claim to be so in love with God but hate everything that's not white and straight, but ends up being the same thing they out here lying about? Tell me this. Why wasn't Jesus born into an elitist family? Why wasn't Jesus born a Roman? Why wasn't Jesus born in the family of Pontius Pilate, the one who went and actually killed him? Whoops. Y'all never thought about that. Because you've been brainwashed into believing this exceptionalism clause and this white nationalist, Christian nationalist narrative and all these BS beliefs and ideas. Y'all just been so warped, and then on top of that, y'all was set with the boldest face, and you will look at someone different from you and treat them like a virus. You would treat them like a virus. Treat them like a virus. and then claim to be Christians and then claim to love God. At the same time, you will take your ass to court. Hold on, my wife's texting me. Hold up. We were created by God in the image of God, as said in Genesis. Check up story 8120. It says, do you think Jesus would be different if he was a rich man, if he were born rich in the masses' eyes? You know what? His story wouldn't have been as more profound if he were born that way. There's a reason why he was born to a poor family in Joseph and Mary. There's a reason behind that. Being poor teaches humility. See, to understand that, you have to understand me. I don't brag about the money and stuff I got. I don't do it to try to talk down on someone else. I don't do it trying to make myself appear to be on this mountaintop when I'm not. I know better. I do it because I'm sick and tired of people making generalizations about me when they don't know me. They ain't even took 2 seconds to even understand who I am and why I fight for what I fight for. I fight for what I fight for because, like, cutting off Medicaid and Medicare and SNAP, that don't affect me. I'm not on food stamps. I'm not on Medicaid. I pay for private insurance. It doesn't affect me in my real life. It don't. When I turn this phone off, when I get off this live stream and I go back to my real life, none of this stuff bothers me. It doesn't affect me at all. The only thing that's affecting me is Donald Trump's dumbass tariffs. That's the only thing that's affecting me. Everything is higher. That means I just got to spend a little bit more money, right? But I'm not genuinely affected by all this shit Donald Trump is doing. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm doing this because I was feeling a conviction of doing it because I've heard my family members. I've heard friends of mine who shared misinformation and disinformation, lies Trump told, lies the Republicans told, lies they still telling. And I'm tired of hearing it. So I wanted to be a vessel so I can share what I know with a bunch of people who may not know it. Jacob, you're right. You got a point. You got a point. They're still going to look at me like that, no matter what my financial situation is. The more money we all have to spend, we could be saving. We could be investing in our families. Jacob, that's the problem, though. We need to be worried about Trump. Because if you ain't caught on by now, Jacob, Trump is willing to throw anything away to save his own hide. He's willing to sacrifice your kids. You got to think about it. This big, beautiful bill, your kids going to be paying for it. And your grandkids are going to be paying for it. And their kids are going to be paying for it. That's not fair to them. They didn't make none of this debt. They didn't create none of this. I got granddaughters. They didn't make this shit. He did. It's not right for them to have to be embargoed with fucking debt that they didn't spend. Yes, Trump's a modern day hero. Modern day. Real talk. They didn't. That's the reason why. And I can only tell the truth. Like, you have people in worse financial situations than I'm in coming on my channel telling me I'm broke and I need to get a job. And then y'all chastise me for calling them out. Because I really ain't affected by this shit going on with Medicaid, Medicaid and Medicare and food stamps. I'm not, because I don't have to deal with it. I got private health care. I'm in the upper middle class. Everything's expensive as fuck. Well, I could be saving my money. I could be investing in shit around my house. I could be. But we can't focus on that because Trump is stupid. And Trump is a liar. And a habitual liar at that. He doesn't care about the American people. He doesn't care about the American dream. He doesn't care about American exceptionalism, but he'll use it to get his people in place. He'll do it every time. All these elderly people, all of these people who can't do for themselves, now being kicked out of nursing homes because of his greed. And I shouldn't be mad about it? You know what I mean? I shouldn't be mad about it. I shouldn't call them window licking retards when they are. We shouldn't hold these people to an account. That's what you're telling me. I'm going to hold them account till I can't do it no more. Donald Trump has showed y'all over and 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 over again that he does not care about you. He does not care about your elderly sick parents. He don't care about your disabled child. He don't care about your disabled veteran uncle, aunt, cousin, brother, or sister. He doesn't care about your mental health. He doesn't care about the sanctity of the United States. He don't care about sovereignty. He don't care about nothing at all that we care about because we're genuinely good people. Trump seems to bring the nastiness out of some good people. Everybody was duped. I voted for Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris was the best choice. Period. I'll die saying that. Kamala Harris was the best choice. Donald Trump already showed you who he was. He already showed you. And then you had black people on the internet trying to tell you how black Kamala Harris was. Meanwhile, supporting a full white supremacist who's trying to erase and whitewash black history in real time right now. Today, right now. I am proud to have voted for Kamala Harris. Sure I am. Would I vote for her again? Fucking right I would. Yep, sure would. I would. Yep, you ain't got to tell me twice. I know who was the best candidate. I've been out here doing videos since she ran her campaign. I've been doing it. I've been out here doing politics videos for over a year now. Can you blame her for not running? Can you blame her? Because when she went on Stephen Colbert's show and said, you know, the thing that caught me off guard, that knocked me out my feet, that knocked the wind out of me, was the total and complete capitulation. And I understood exactly what the fuck she meant when she said it. I said, you know what, Vice President Kamala Harris, you are absolutely right. I wouldn't be motivated to run for these fucking turncoats either. The total knee bending and ass kissing, these motherfuckers who is over here jumping over themselves to try to start a civil war because Barack Obama was president, who is talking shit about Joe Biden, saying let's go Brandon, fuck Joe Biden, and all this other weird ass shit, are completely silent for Trump assaulting the fucking sovereignty of the United States. They're quiet. They're completely quiet. They're completely quiet. Chris Guthrie, you think I care? I don't care. I'm not up here pretending like I'm this big big sycophant.
Donald Trump, in some ways, people.
I'm not this big old sycophant, like knee groveling goofball who worships the ground that Joe Biden walks on. I'm not that, dude. I'm not. I don't worship these politicians. I know they're capable of lying to me. They've been lying to us for years. Government ain't been shit ever. And you're talking to a black man in America. Yeah, I know how the government. You're talking to a black man who is a veteran who experienced racism firsthand in the military, bro, of all places. Well, we have to protect each other's six every chance we go on the fucking battlefield. And you had a fucking sergeant who seen me as a sergeant, as inferior, and then asked me in front of my platoon. They just give any nigger a rank nowadays, and laughed about it. In front of my platoon of 75 Marines. Then when I stopped my platoon and I walked up to said sergeant and asked him what the fuck did he just say, he repeated it with the biggest shit-eating grin on his face. And that's when I punched him right in his fucking mouth and he went crying to the battalion sergeant major. And I almost got court-martialed for it until the truth came out. So you tell me. Jacob's story again in that super chat with a 10-piece. He said, I know what we going through now, but do you really think she was better? I know what we going through now, but do you really think she was better? Sorry, and I'm sorry, chat. No, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. Her record speaks for itself, Jacob. Her record as a senator, her record as an AG, her record as a DA. Her record stands for itself. Her record as vice president. It all stands. It's supposed to mean something. But it don't mean something when it comes to somebody with color. That's the problem in America. Like I said, racism was the end-all be-all for these people. Racism is the reason why we don't have single-payer healthcare in this country. Racism is the reason why we can't have nice things. And I made a video a while ago called Racism is Expensive. No, you weren't right. You weren't right at all. Kamala Harris wouldn't have done none of this shit Trump's doing. You wouldn't have an incompetent fuck. Let me give you some examples, Jacob, so I can paint a prettier picture for you. If Kamala Harris was president, Donald Trump would be in prison. Elon Musk would be in prison. All of our government agencies that protected our wills and the sanctity of our governments and our abilities to govern around the globe with soft leadership and diplomacy would still be intact. And in fact, made better. All these jobs that's going in the toilet right now would not be gone. None of these stupid ass tariffs would not be in place. None of this stupidity and ignorance. We wouldn't have a fucking drunk as the Secretary of Defense. We wouldn't have a dumbass cosplaying bitch as the Secretary of Homeland Security. We wouldn't have this goofy lying ass fucking double agent as the Director of fucking National Intelligence. We wouldn't have a lying ass white bitch standing on a fucking podium lying to people with racial anecdotes at every single chance they get. Trumpism would be dead if Kamala was president. Sorry if it comes off as I'm being racist, but I got to tell you the truth. None of this shit would be in place right now if Kamala Harris was president. There ain't no way, no shape, no form, no reality in anywhere, aspect, shape, form, or fashion where Kamala Harris is a worse pick than Trump. There's none. Absolutely none. None. Kamala Harris, her record as a senator should have showed you just how much she fights for her constituents, how much she fights for the real American people. Joe Biden's fucking whole presidency should have showed you that. Bills that he introduced was coached by her. Look at Chris Guthrie, still lost. Thank God he won. What did you win, dude? Chris, what did you win? What did you win, Chris? Jesus Christ, banana. Y'all wonder why I cuss these motherfuckers out. Y'all wonder why. This is it right here. You can't convince these dumbasses to see the light for nothing. You can't convince them of nothing. You can't show them reality on a picture. You can show a future of what, Chris? What'd you win? A future of what? Brokenness? Us being deemed enemy number one in the world stage? Everybody bypassing the United States because Trump's a fucking fascist? Yeah, okay. A civil war that's gonna happen. Yeah. Donald Trump gave us a fucking future. A future of what? Donald Trump is a failure. He's white in America, so he can fail upwards. You need to read the book, The Unlucky Loser. That's what you need to read. The Lucky Loser. You need to read that book called The Lucky Loser. I said Unlucky Loser. It's The Lucky Loser. Read that. Read that. Read that. That'll tell you everything you need to know. Everything you need to know about a Trump presidency, it'll show you everything you need to know. How Trump was able to bankrupt casinos, work with the mob, money launder. And you still ain't explain why Trump is protecting pedophiles. You ain't explain that one. The Epstein files would already been released by President Kamala Harris's AG. They've already released that shit. They ain't got no reason to hide behind that shit. You would have had full transparency under Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris already showed you through policies that she's willing to fight for women who've been abused, sexually abused, little girls who've been sexually abused. She's already fought the drug cartels. She already fought the fucking sex trafficking ring. She already done this shit. It's in her record, but y'all didn't take time to read that. You didn't care. Right, Reid. Right. Trump is rich and white. He can do what the fuck he want in America. And they're just going to make excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. Like these motherfuckers in here who ain't nowhere rich, ain't got no money, ain't got nothing. Did she stop those things? You tell me. Go look and see if she did. Because she did. Which is the reason why she went from DA to AG, AG to senator, senator to vice president. She was duly elected, by the way. Y'all come in here talking like Trump gave y'all something of substance to talk about. Y'all ain't got nothing of substance to talk about at all. Yep. Or behold a pale horse. That's revelations right there, bud. Y'all the same people. Y'all are the same people that tells people like me that Trump is the candidate for law and order, and the Republican Party is the party of law and order, when Donald Trump just released all kinds of drug dealers, people who scammed over and stole people's money out of their paychecks for their Social Security and Medicare. How he let the Chrisleys out that they stole $30 million. He pardoned 1,600 fucking criminals, felons. But they're the party of law and order, though. Y'all live in a world of delusion. Donald Trump right now is threatening Colorado to release Tina Peters, who was convicted by a jury of her own peers with multiple felonies: election tampering, rigging votes. And here's what Donald Trump just said right here today on August 21st and 2025 at 8 o'clock this morning. He said, "Free Tina Peters, a brave and innocent patriot who has been tortured by crooked Colorado politicians, including the big mail-in ballot supporting the governor of the state." This motherfucker can't write for shit. Let me read that sentence again. "Free Tina Peters, a brave and innocent patriot who has been tortured by crooked Colorado politicians, comma, including the big mail-in ballot supporting the governor of the state." What fucking sense does that make? Let Tina Peters out of jail right now. She did nothing wrong except catching the Democrats cheat in the election. She is an old woman and very sick. If she is not released, I am going to take harsh measures. Ain't that using the power of your office to influence fucking laws in the state, intermingling federal and state, which is fucking a violation of the Constitution? And don't worry, I'm going to show you where he wrote it at. Don't worry about it. Because Trump wrote this stupid ass shit, because Trump's a dumb piece of shit. There you go. Since y'all say, well, you ain't got no receipts. Oh, and then tell me how Dominion voting machines got $787 million out of Fox News and $40 million out of Newsmax. Tell me that one. Tell me that one. Since it was a hoax, then if the Epstein files is a hoax, then why is Ghislaine Maxwell in prison for 20 years then? If it was a hoax, why is Epstein dead? If it was a hoax. You see where I'm going with this? Trump can continuously lie in y'all fucking face with reality right there knocking on the door. Hey, MAGA, look. He just told y'all that the Epstein shit is a hoax. But this bitch is in jail for sex trafficking and participating in sex trafficking. Right there. She's in jail right now. Here's what Trump is talking about, because I want y'all to hear what this judge said. I remember this tape too.
Your reputation at this point is poor because of what you've done here and after. Your lies are well documented, and these convictions are serious. I'm convinced you would do it all over again if you could. You're as defiant as a defendant as this court has ever seen. There are many things in my mind that are crystal clear about this case. You are no hero, you abused your position, and you're a charlatan who used and is still using your prior position in office to peddle a snake oil that's been proven to be junk time and time.
That's her evil ass right there.
This is nonsense. Our system of government can't function when people in government think that somehow, some way, the power they've been given is absolute in all respects. And that's where you fell.
Dirt Game Boss, what's up with it, champ?
You have no respect for the checks and balances of government. You have no respect for this court. You have no respect for law enforcement. At the end of the day, you cared about the jets, the podcasts, and the people fawning over you. You abdicated your position as a servant to the Constitution, and you chose you over all else. Yes, you are a charlatan, and you cannot help but lie as easy it is for you to breathe.
But Trump said it was corrupt, just like he said his fucking supporters running into the Capitol on January 6, 2021 was a day of love. And they were hostages. Sound familiar? Trump can keep playing in y'all face all y'all want to. He's curtailing the fucking Constitution, and y'all don't give a fuck about it. Y'all don't care. You can go and watch this whole trial. It's on YouTube. You can watch the evidence. You can hear the testimonies, the whole thing. You can hear it. But I tell y'all what, I'll show you the real reason why Trump wants to free her, because she's old and white and she support him. That is it. That is all. Trump's talking about a war on crime while simultaneously freeing criminals is the most nastiest work of nasty work. Y'all know why? Do y'all know why this woman Tina Peters was fucking arrested and thrown in jail? Do y'all know why? She was the clerk of court trying to infiltrate voting machines. She was out peddling that fucking bullshit lie. Wow. Crazy work. And this fucking clown says he stands for law and order. Sure. Sure, bud. As in George Orwell's 1984, Trump is creating a society where freedom of the press is being actively and systemically destroyed. The Republican Party is controlling information to gain absolute power. Horrifying things from 1984 are happening now. The Ministry of Truth. The Republican Party's Ministry of Truth is now systemically falsifying and eliminating media, including newspapers, historical records, and books. This is not just about censorship. It's about historical negationism and the constant rewriting of reality to fit the party's ever-changing narrative because they're a bunch of fucking racists and white supremacists. Propaganda as the only media. The media is not a source of independent information or diverse perspective. It is being turned into a one-way conduit for party propaganda. The eradication of objective truth. The party's control of the press and media destroys the very concept of objective truth. The party's ultimate goal is to make people believe it's a version of reality, even when it directly contradicts their own senses and memories. Newspeak and the control of thought. The party also seeks to control every language people use by eliminating words and concepts related to freedom, individuality, and dissent. The party intends to make it literally impossible for people to even articulate a thought that goes against the party line. This is the ultimate form of censorship, extending beyond the press and into human mind itself. In essence, Trump and the Republican Party are creating a society where freedom is being obliterated, and its absence, the fundamental mechanisms which through which this totalitarian regime maintains its power, where media is not an independent check on power, but a tool of it. We must rise up and oppose this. We are quickly losing our American identity, democracy, and freedoms. That is a fact. That's the wild part for me. I want y'all to hear this. Y'all know I'm a history buff. I want y'all to listen to this.
We want some kind of agreement. We want agreement by which we can live or die. You choose. If you won't listen to me when I make an appeal for the Negroes because you have no concern for the Negroes, listen to me when I make an appeal for America. You claim you love America. Well, we love America. But you are driving us back and you are making a Samson out of us, and we are going to pull down the pillar. Should you try to pretend that I'm crazy because I want America to be saved? And then you think we have no right to ask for something? Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live?
Y'all want to know something wild?
Some kind of agreement.
That was from 1968. That was William Hayden in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, standing in front of Congress, state Congress, asking for human dignity. Something that these people claim should be free. Since they love to say that black Americans don't love America, let me just give y'all a few numbers, just in case y'all didn't know. Here's some historical facts. In the Revolutionary War, when America fought for its freedom from tyranny, which is a joke in itself, while being tyrannists themselves, 10 to 15% of the Continental Army was black soldiers. In the Civil War, 10% of the Union Army were black, about 179,000 of them. World War I, black soldiers made up 13% of the wartime army, though they were only 10% of the civilian population. World War II, over 1 million African Americans served in the military during World War II. In Vietnam, black soldiers disproportionately represented, comprising of 16.3% of the armed forces and up to 25% of the enlisted men in the army, while only 12% of the overall U.S. population. Point I'm making is black Americans have served in every major United States conflict ever. My grandfather fought in World War I. He was in the Navy. My grandfather was in the Navy. Y'all see why I get mad now? Do y'all understand now? The Korean War, Desert Storm, Desert Shield. My brother served 4 tours in Kuwait, Iraq, Saudi Arabia. My big brother, who I can call right now on the phone and have a conversation with my big brother. He did 4 tours, Desert Storm and Desert Shield. Iraqi freedom fought by me and my baby brother. Just to give some examples. Y'all got to think about it. Donald Trump wants to replace learning black history with PragerU. A fucking bunch of dumbass redneck cucks who want to whitewash. They're the new age daughters of the Confederacy. It's brand new. They the brand new Daughters of Confederacy lying about history in this country. I watched Amanda Seals, who I'm not fond of, debate a whole bunch of fucking African conservatives. I watched. I listened. And I got mad. I watched all of these FBA dumbasses, these coons and sambos, do their best tap dancing for massa. I watched it. This Sambo right here. This Sambo coon buck dancing nigga here. And the MAGA preacher, that buck dancing Sambo there too. It's a whole bunch of these fucking coons out here cosplaying like they care about black people and our black way of life and all kinds of shit. It's all these coons and Sambos out here buck dancing. That's why COINTELPRO was successful, because of coons. You know why the revolt in Haiti was so successful? Is because they got rid of every last one of them coons. Every one of them. Every coon, every buck dancer, every Sambo. They got them up out of here. Yep, people don't get into power without selling their souls, without selling who they are. Meanwhile, we're being lectured and talked to by people like these motherfuckers. This Colorado couple was arrested and accused of living with a dead corpse of their friend for his Social Security payments as their pet chihuahuas chewed on the body. And they are okay with this. And these are the same ones who will come out and say that we are welfare recipients and we're ill-educated and we're not fathers to our kid. Couple accused of living with a corpse for nearly 2 years as dogs chewed on the body. Yep, Renee, that's a fact. Donald Trump posted that bullshit statement that he posted on August 19th, talking about woke and how bad slavery was and how unaccomplished the downtrodden have been and all this other bullshit. Like, y'all have to understand the fight. And they're using every weapon because I believe this. I firmly believe this. I firmly believe that this is the last hurrah for white supremacy in America. This is it. So they're throwing everything to the wall on this one. That's the reason why they're trying. Look, the only thing is they are trying to run black people back to the fields again. They want us to indulge ourselves in these red pill and self-hating fucking videos of hating on black women and hating on black men and this, that, and the third and talking stupid shit. They want us to give power and voice to Vlad TV. They want us to give power and voice to DJ Facademics. They want us to give power to all these people who mean nothing good for our society. And I'm talking about our society as black folks. They want every bit of us to ignite. Look, I'm going to ask y'all something. If black people weren't as powerful as these racists are so scared of, then why is Target shutting down? You see what happens when black people get on one accord and they actually stand on business? Y'all see? Target told black people, fuck you, your DEI, and all this shit. We're going to end our agreed treaty with you blacks. That's what they told us, essentially. And then black folks said, you know what? If you don't respect my black dollar, then fuck you. And they've been failing ever since. They lost $12.5 billion in value since snatching away that $2 billion contract from black people. Don't you tell me that we don't have power. And the reason why they want us to constantly look down on each other as black people in America, the real reason why, is because they understand that if we start fighting together like everybody else, every other nationality in this country, when we do, why'd you hire him? Stop. He didn't say nothing wrong. There you go, Thomas. You good. Again, I'm going to say this one more time. If they weren't so afraid of black unity, why are they doing everything they can to keep us divided? Yep, Donald. Exactly, sir. Exactly. We proved it with Rosa Parks and the bus boycott in Alabama that moved mountains. Everything black people have gotten in America wasn't given to us. We took it. And we used the systems that were created to disenfranchise us to get it. The Voters' Rights Act of 1965, the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Everything that black people have in America, we earned that. We fought for it. Everything. We weren't handed shit. We weren't given anything. Yep, Nathan, exactly right. They don't want, look, I seen all these people get on TikTok talking they shit about whites only communities and shit like that. And then I just had to take a mind trip back into the time machine after studying everything. Oh yeah, Callie, I know. The writing's been on the wall, big dog. The writing's been on the wall. Everything's volatile because we got an idiot in charge. Yep, Renee, facts. We built this. We built this table that everybody's sitting at. And you know what? I'm not arguing with somebody that it took a constitutional amendment to tell these people to act civil. Yep, Callie. Yep, these tariffs are kicking in. We're fucked. But don't. Hey, Callie, we've been trying to warn them, bro. We've been trying to warn them for as long as we've been doing content talking politics. We've been warning them. We've been warning them. I'll try to dial back the swearing, Nathan. I want everybody to hear this. I'll dial back the swearing. I think I need to take your advice, Donald, for real. Again, I'm going to keep telling y'all this. Donald Trump is toxic in human form. Joy Reid told you everything you needed to know. I know me and my wife going to have to talk about that when she gets home, bro. Because this is going to get nasty, Holmes. It's going to be nasty, dog. And you know what they're going to do, Callie? They're going to blame the Democrats. They are going to blame the Democrats. They're going to blame them. They're going to blame them till they can't blame them no more. Even though they wrote all the policies. Donald Trump did all these stupid tariffs. All of this stuff that's happening, these Republicans are responsible for it. They're still going to blame Joe Biden, Barack Obama, the Democrats. They're going to go back to that old treasure trove of blaming, pointing the fingers and blaming people for them doing this. That's what they're going to do. They're going to. You watch. You watch. You watch like I tell you now. I've been right about every single prediction I ever made. I've been right about. Yep. He's willing to do anything to get everybody's mind off these Epstein files. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to give y'all an example as why I don't support this FBA goofball nonsense and coonery. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to let y'all hear the ignorance itself.
Watching Amanda Seales' interview is proof of a lot of things, but it's definitely proof that all black people are not niggas, right? It's definitely proof that just because we share melanin does not mean we share experience, does not mean we share culture, does not mean we share identity. And that's the point that I want people to really internalize. When we leave America, everybody knows we are different than everybody. And they make sure to point that out. And when they come over here, they make sure to separate themselves from us. And that is so obvious. These black faces in high spaces don't be niggas. They don't come from America. They're not people whose ancestors have been here for 8, 9 generations. They're first generation Americans, second generation Americans, third generation Americans who feel comfortable identifying themselves as African Americans because they are Africans. And they don't give a fuck about what we've been through.
You know what my problem with FBA people is? And she look goofy right there. Y'all want to know what my problem with FBA is? They're doing the same exact thing white supremacists are doing. Broad brushing everybody, blaming the few for the majority. They broad brush. Hey, Callie, you already picking up what I'm putting down. They broad brush everybody. They broad brush them. No evidence, no nothing. You're a tether. When you speak out about it, now you're a tether. Man, Gavin Newsom is troll, bro. I want this amount of pettiness. I want this amount of pettiness. I want this amount of pettiness in my life. I do. Yeah, Mahari. Salute to Mahari in the super chat. He said now Tariq Nasheed is against Trump. What a piece of crap. That's true. Bro, I want the pettiness of Gavin Newsom and the people around Gavin Newsom. I want that. I need that. I need that. Can we have a moment to celebrate what Gavin Newsom has been doing to demolish, to absolutely destroy MAGAville on Twitter? Can y'all applaud? Man, good job, bro. Great job. Great job. Man, Gavin Newsom is putting boot to behind on Twitter. Like, funny. Just like, oh my God. Like, with this you post and like, wow. Like, I'm like, wow. Calling out the hypocrisy of MAGA world, making them mad. Like, wow. Wow. And here's something that's going to make MAGA even madder. Over the long term, we shouldn't have political gerrymandering in America. Just a fair fight between Republicans and Democrats based on who's got better ideas. But since Texas is taking direction from a partisan White House and gerrymandering in the middle of the decade to try and maintain the House despite their unpopular policies, I have tremendous respect for how Governor Newsom has approached this. He's put forth a smart, measured approach in California designed to address a very particular problem at a very particular time. At a very particular moment in time. Thank you, Barack Obama. Thank you, sir. These are facts. Gavin Newsom is doing exactly what we all been wanting, fighting. Donald Trump over here posting dang on burner. Mm. Gavin Newsom is essentially matching energy. And I love it. Gavin Newsom is doing exactly what I wanted Democrats to do. Match energy. You can't play fair with a bunch of cheating criminals. These are criminals. These people are criminals. Yeah, there are better options, Callie. I ain't saying I want him to be president. I'm just saying right now, in this moment in time, Gavin Newsom is doing exactly what the American people have looked for Democrats to do for a long time. Play the same game these Republicans have been playing for years. And I'm hungry. I'm hungry now. Gavin Newsom has been doing like this right here, stuff like this is what makes me smile. I ain't wishing for that, Nathan. I'm very, very smart. I know very well who Gavin Newsom is. I always said I didn't want him running as president, even when they was tossing his name around when Kamala Harris got the nomination. Even then, I even said that. I know better. I'm talking about right now. Right now. Right now. I'm talking about right here, right now. Right now. Right now. I ain't talking about 2028. I ain't talking about we ain't there yet. We're talking about today. He's better than any Republican. He's all of them. Every one of them. You throw every last one of these Republicans in a basket, Gavin Newsom is better than every last one of them. Every one of them. I know better. Trust me, I'm very well versed in this politics. Very, very, very well. Very well. He is doing what people have been asking Democrats to do. And if Democrats were smart, they would follow suit. Yep, it's a mixed bag, Kelly. I know. I've done my homework on Gavin Newsom. Some of his policies I don't agree with. But motherfucker, look at this elite motherfucker here. Look, elitist or wannabe elitist. Look, just look. Does that say I want to help working class and poor people? Does that say that? Does that say that? Does it? I wonder where these poor ass Trump supporters get I want to help the poor from a person like this. I want to know. The deep state, all this whining and crying about the deep state. Yep, Callie, I agree with that 110%. 110%. I want y'all to see this.
CHRISTUHPHUH. Christopher, as in Gavin Christopher Newsom, is doing more than just being a former cute little twink in his 20s. You know, and I could joke with Gavin like that because Gavin is cool. I mean, literally, the MAGA trolls decided to create an AI photo of him and called him the here. And over here, Gavin Newsom posted, honored. Thank you for your attention to this matter. By the way, I think it's a great time to remind you all that there's nothing a racist hates more than black people and people of color than a white person who's fighting for the rights of black people and people of color. By the way, let me also mention this. Love him or hate him, you can still take a master class of PR strategy from him. This is the best PR strategy to take on in this modern era. Your political opponents are going to call you fucking everything under the sun. Lean into that shit, brush it off, and stay on message.
Do like Floyd Mayweather.
Gavin Newsom is doing right now. He's not being distracted by any bullshit. He is focused on redistricting California, all of its 52 congressional districts, and removing 5 GOP House seats. The important thing about this is that this would wipe out the Republicans' power. Currently, the party breakdown in the House of Representatives is 219 Republicans and 212 Democrats. Republicans control that motherfucker because they have the majority. But when Gavin Newsom redistricts California and Republicans lose 5 seats, Democrats will gain them. That would bring Democrats up to 217 and Republicans down to 214. Mind you, we had 3 Democrats who died in office, and if those seats get filled and there's no change in the party, then Republicans would have 215 and Democrats would have 220. Would essentially cripple Republicans, stop all of their power, and immediately make Donald Trump a lame duck president. Here's the thing, we can expand the 220 margin easily. New York Governor Kathy Hochul is saying that she's going to start playing fire with fire, but we have to stop pledging shit and start doing shit. Same thing with Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey. Same thing with Governor Wes Moore of Maryland. Same thing with Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois. All Democratic governors that have a Democratic trifecta, meaning they control the state house, the state senate, and the governorship in their own state, need to redistrict the fuck out of their state. Eliminate these Republican seats, and for an entire generation or more, make it so
that is true, Callie.
Do not win.
Oh, don't worry. Hey, Gavin Newsom done bought into it too. The dude running Gavin Newsom's fucking account, bro. A freaking genius, bro. When I say a genius. Like, this is so ingenious. Genius. I want everybody. Every Democratic governor with a Democratic trifecta to do exactly what Gavin Newsom's doing. You would run Republicans out of power for the next 60, 70, 80 years. They'd never get back into power in our lifetimes. True story. Republicans ain't got that much ground to work with. The Republicans only have the ground they have is because Democrats have played by the rules. I want y'all to understand that. I'm not mad at socialism. I'm a socialist. Hell, if the rich people can get socialist shit, then why can't we? Nobody demonizes socialism when rich people are taking advantage of it, do they? Like Elon Musk getting $8 million a day from our government. Opportunity zones of socialists. The farmers Trump fucked over getting subsidies. That's welfare. That's shit. That's socialism. Yep. If they look, Callie, I already told you my theory. What was it? A couple Sundays ago? If Democrats get in power and end partisan gerrymandering, raps. You won't see a Republican in the rest of our lifetimes, Holmes. Yep, the rich are always subsidized, homie. They always are. Our deficit spending has been ran out of control by. You want to know who contributed the most to our country's debt? Do y'all want to know who? Ronald Reagan, George Bush, and Donald Trump. They contributed the most to our debt. Don't believe me? Go look at the timeline. Dead serious. Serious. The debt, the $37 trillion in debt the United States has, is because of Republicans' financial policies. Don't believe me, just look it up. Dead ass serious. I did a show about it. Richard Nixon, every Republican president in our lifetime. I'm talking about in our lifetimes. Not Richard Nixon. I wasn't alive for him. Let's talk about in my lifetime. I'm 46, right? In my lifetime, every Republican president has added a significant amount of money to the country's debt. Yes. I think they should be taxed. You know what the effective tax rate was before Reagan? 90%. 90%. Reagan cut it down to 28. He shifted the burden of the load of money being paid to the federal government from the rich people, where it should be, to the poor and working class Americans. Most of the debt and shit that we get now is because of Reagan. And people hailed Reagan as this great president. He was a piece of shit like Donald Trump. Donald Trump is Ronald Reagan 2.0. The criminality, the stupidity, the ignorance, the arrogance, everything about Ronald Reagan's true fucking presidency, Donald Trump is. Donald Trump is Ronald Reagan 2.0. The only thing that Donald Trump hasn't done that Reagan did was put a shitload of drugs in black communities and then prosecute those people, pretending like he cares about drugs in America. Fuck him. May Ronald Reagan rest in piss. Yep, Ronald Reagan ran this economy into the fucking ground because he shifted the responsibility of who maintains said economy. That's a fact. But anyways, I'm hungry and I'm about to get up off here. Yeah, I did this show to prove a point because MAGAs love getting on the internet and love trying to put jackets on people that don't exist. They love trying to say I'm poor. They love saying that shit. It makes their day to say it. It makes their day to say it, to project their failures onto me. But when I give you an opportunity to own up to said accusations, you see what happens, right? They never, ever answer the phone. And with that, shout out to the mighty LDBC. That's the Lions Den boxing community. For those who don't know, now you know. I am IAmILLWiLL LDBC or nothing. And thank y'all for joining my live stream. Y'all have a fantastic day, man. I'll try to at least. And do like Callie said, be wiser with your money. Because darker days are coming. Just so y'all know. But anyways,